Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the
Yo,
channel. Welcome back to the Manc Talk. We are live with Big Steve MCFC. He's here from the sunny Dubai weather, 25 odd degrees, 30 degrees, to now. You know what, man? It feels like -7, man. Honestly, it's -1, feels like -7. But
mate, it was
Steve,
minus
how are
10.
you,
It
bro?
was minus 10 near me this morning when I got in the car. Minus 10.
-10 people, man. Crazy, absolutely crazy, man. But how was it, man? How was Dubai? How was the life? You know what I
Good.
mean? I see you out there with a cruising on the speedboats and that. You know what I mean? You see me
Living the dream,
rolling.
man. Living the dream, man. You know, it was brilliant. Really good place. Never been to Dubai before, so was happy. Just a winter break, and kids loved it and that. Met loads of great
Yeah,
people. Watched the game out there with the Dubai Supporters Club.
yeah,
Met a lot of people off Instagram that I've been speaking to for years that lived out there. Came to the hotel to see
yeah.
me and that. And yeah, man, it was mad. I was getting recognised in the mall, Dubai Mall, of people from Canada, all
Aye,
over the
big up, man.
place, man. Mad shit, man. It's crazy.
Steve,
Water park and that's crazy.
you know what? Is Dubai like? Is it like what it is? Because a lot of people say it's overrated and that, and it's not that place. But is it still like, you know what I mean? Like a good place? Like obviously people want to visit there and whatnot, man. So yeah,
Nah, it's
man, go
brilliant, mate.
check it, man.
Brilliant. It's really good. It's unbelievable. I've to be honest, mate, Saudi Arabia and Dubai, yeah, they touched me a little bit different. So I'm buzzing with it. So I'm actually looking for a place in Dubai at the minute. So hopefully I'll buy somewhere
Come
out there,
on.
and that'll be my my little winter escape place, Dubai. So we'll see.
Yeah, man, definitely. Steve going to buy a Dubai club. You know what I mean? And what are you gonna call it? Big Steve
Hey,
MCFC.
they let me in. They let me in a club with my City shirt on because the guy who owned the club recognised me, so they let me in. I was the only guy in there walking around with a City top on, and that it was a bit weird. Everyone was out in like proper smart gear and that, all drinking and that, and there's me flying past with a Coke Zero with a Man City top on.
I
So it
love
was
that,
good,
man.
man.
Love that, man. But big up, man. Big up to everybody in the chat. We're back, man. Talk. Make sure you smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, man. Big up to the community, man. Just get straight into it, man. Because listen, a lot of people want to know, Steve. Yeah, they want to know what's going on. They're hearing about the news about the FFP and da 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 da. You see Nottingham Forest and I think Everton have been going to be hit with fines or maybe point deduction, but apparently there could be something next week happening. It may not happen, but he's saying there's a date that's going to be set, but we're not going to tell you now. How do you feel, Steve, in terms of like the whole situation? Do you think it's getting closer? Are you nervous, or you kind of like, you know what? No, it's good, man. Like we're not
No,
guilty. We've got nothing to prove. Got nothing to hide. Everything's all good. You know, like how are you feeling? Like honestly.
honestly, I don't feel any different than I do all the time. People need to realise that we're football fans. I haven't got a clue what's going on in the
Yeah.
boardroom or on the finances. Nobody has. You know what I mean? You know, United got fined for being doing a financial little blip, but you don't know the ins and outs of it. You just know that somebody got
Oh,
something wrong and you got fined.
yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't care. At the end of the day, the whole world has already decided we're guilty anyway. So for the last 6-8 months, I've been fighting it off as if we're guilty. So to be honest, the meltdown, if we're found innocent, of everybody else will be worth the wait. If we found guilty of anything, we're already been found guilty off the rest of the world anyway. So nothing's going to change from my point of view. So, but listen, I said it on my stream. As Man City fans, what do you want us to do? Just we don't know the facts. I can't come out here and tell you we haven't done anything wrong, and I can't tell you we have done anything wrong. I can literally just say I'm backing my chairman, I'm backing my club. They've never let us down in the past. It's not like we've got some dodgy owners who've been ripping everything up all over, and it sounds a bit dodgy, and you think shit, they might have done something. Khaldoon put a statement out and said, "We look forward to showing our irrefutable evidence." Now, Khaldoon is a man of class and he's a
Mhm.
man of integrity. So I'm believing Khaldoon. I said it last night. I ain't believing Dave in the pub or John in the chipper or Doris in Gala Bingo who's telling me that Jolie and Lescott got paid an extra £4, so all your trophies are getting stripped. I've heard all the bullshit, mate, for weeks. At the end of the day, if Manchester City was mid-table, nobody would give a shit. They won't care. They'd say, oh, like Everton, nobody give a shit. Everton got fined. They got points deducted. Nobody cares because Everton, no disrespect, they're nowhere near anyone. No one's bothered. But Man City, they're looking at Man City and thinking they're wiping the floor with us on and off the pitch. They must have cheated. But the fact is, you've got to look at your own clubs. Why are your own clubs not up there? Why are your own clubs not competing with Man City? It ain't because Mancini got £1 million as a fucking snide bonus. It's because 11 players in sky blue shirts are wiping the floor with everybody else. And the sooner people get that in their head, the better. I hope there's a date next week. I hope it comes to a head. I hope it gets put to bed because sooner the better for me. You know what I mean? Because even on Christmas Day, mate, Christmas Day morning, I'm waking up to messages of United fans depressed saying, wait till you're found guilty and wait till this and wait till that. It's just pure speculation. And it's like the City fans are just laughing about it because on one sentence they're saying nobody cares about Man City. And then I'm getting 740 odd comments calling us cheats and 115. So if you don't care, why are you on the City page putting that? You know what I mean? I think we're the most talked about team in the world. We're the best team in the world. And there's a lot of people's lives hanging on a thread in the hope that Man City have done something wrong.
And I'm one of them. I'd openly admit that. You know what I mean? I'm one of them that I'm waiting for the charges to happen so that City are found guilty. Listen, I don't know whether Premier League titles will get stripped. I don't think it will go to that level. But
it's not even. I watched the finance guy, and he talked about it, and he said no one's titles are getting stripped. Juventus bribed players, right, and bribed referees, right, and stuff like that. That's when you're getting title stripped. If you're bribing players or you're paying referees, you're getting title stripped. If a financial irregularity like United, you ain't getting fucking title stripped. You're going to get, if City's done something financially, they're going to get a points deduction or they're going to get fined. It's simple as that. So all these who are clinging on to the fucking Daily Sport because somebody mentioned titles were getting stripped, you're having a laugh, mate. Because at the end of the day, it don't happen. It ain't happening because the players are the ones that the players have won them titles on the pitch, fair and square.
Yep.
So if John in the accountancy department has filed the wrong fucking nominal, then you don't get your Premier League title took off you. Lot them lads have earned. You know what I mean? So it's just modern day bullshit from modern day fans who are jealous. But at the end of the day, I look forward to it, mate, because the meltdown. If Man City get cleared, the absolute meltdown. It's going to be worth its weight in gold, man.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like it's one of them where if you do get charged, I think obviously everyone's going to be celebrating and everyone's going to be like, oh, yo, man, there's more to it and whatnot. But if you do get cleared, yo, man. But then again, it's like, do you not feel like it's a lose-lose? Because if you do get cleared, people will be like, oh, yo, you paid off Premier League.
That's why we're not bothered, Saeed, because we know that. So if we get cleared, it'll be, oh, you paid them off. But let me tell you a fact now, yeah. The worst case scenario, say Man City get relegated to League Two, right?
You're not going to mind that.
Relegated to League Two. Okay. We sell Erling Haaland for 300 mil. We sell Phil Foden. Yeah. We sell De Bruyne. Yeah. We sell all the players, yeah? We're probably going to make 2 billion at least off the squad, yeah? We get the youth players in. We buy players. We win League Two. We win League One. We win the Championship. We get back to the Premier League. We'll still get back to the Premier League and win it before fucking you. So don't be celebrating because we ain't going to go skiing. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. And then we'll get the boys back. We'll get Erling and that back at 26, 27, and we'll go on another treble run. So don't worry about it. And I'm ready for it. I've got my Kappa tracksuit. I've got my inflatable banana, and I've got my map to Gillingham. And man, I'm ready for it.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is why, you know what it is with me here? I want to meet City fans that I don't like, man, because listen, Steve's actually a likable character here, so he don't mind going to down Division 2. He's been there. You know what I mean? That's why I want to see this born again. This is why I don't, you know, the Hamza guy, Hamza. I don't mind telling him to hold that because he talks a lot on social media. He absolutely talks a lot. So he can hold that one. Whereas with you, I know you've been there through the good times and the bad times because I'm like, you know what? He wants to do that again and then live through that moment because that's proper.
I've seen it with my eyes, mate, right? Nobody can take nothing away from me. Unless the men in black turn up with them little laser pens and erase my memory. My memories and my experiences watching this football club are complete. Do you know what I mean? This season, Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, to be champion of the world, walking around Dubai last week with my little gold badge on my chest that I always wanted to do as a kid.
Yeah.
No one can take that away from me. Listen, I'm not, we're just going to go and see how it plays out. Let's see. But I'll tell you one thing. Financial fair play does not work. Yeah? It does not work.
That we can speak
Manchester
on.
United
Fair
now
play.
struggling. Newcastle struggling. Liverpool struggling. Forest, Everton, Burnley. All these teams are struggling. They can't compete, right? It does not work. The best players in the world are not going to come here because you can't afford them. They're going to be going Saudi. They're going to be going Spain. Barcelona can't buy anybody. Real Madrid are refinancing land and training grounds. So they've got a big problem in world football. They tried to bring this in to stop the elite getting separated. But all it's done is fuck it all up because they don't know what to do with it. They can't run it right. And I think this Man City case could put the end to it. If Man City destroyed the Premier League in court, I think a lot of clubs will back Man City and think, you know what, fair enough. Because at the end of the day, in business is business. When I grew up watching football, I knew that Man United, Liverpool, teams were richer than us. If they went and bought a player for 7-8 million and City bought one for 500 grand, I didn't come on the internet and moan and say it was unfair. I just realised that was football. They were a bigger club than us and they earn more money than us, so they did it. But all of a sudden now, it's FFP. We're seeing big teams getting fined and points deduction. And where's it going to end, man? Where's it going to end? Man United can't even buy no one. They're signing Reguilon, Amrabat. This is Manchester United, yeah? Newcastle, they're owned by the Saudis. They got more money than sense, but apparently they have to sell before they can buy because the turnover's not right.
They haven't got revenue as well, though. Like they don't produce, they don't have good revenue. Like I get it, Newcastle are a big club, yeah, but do they have enough like revenue? I know Champions League, but now the Champions League dried up. If they don't make Europe, it's gonna be very, very sticky for them for a while, Like, and that's the problem. You have to have good revenue. If you don't sell either TV revenue or you don't sell enough shirts, it's gonna be difficult, man. Are you on that global stage? And Newcastle right now, they're struggling. They might sell Bruno Guimaraes just to have, a bit of money. They might have to sell Isak for a little bit of money. So listen, man, it's tricky times, but when you look at FFP, though, it does help the bigger clubs in that aspect of, it's geared towards the bigger clubs. But how does it become a situation now where these clubs like Nottingham Forest, because we can't keep having a league where it's dominated by the top. I want it to be competitive, Steve, man. I don't want it to be a situation where Man City don't get beat by a Luton Town or Nottingham Forest. Like, we want it to be competitive. Like, that's what we want the league to be. But it seems to me like the FFP does favour the bigger clubs in that aspect, though.
Listen, the Premier League is turnover based. So if your turnover's high, there's a lot of, you can manoeuvre it about a bit. But if your turnover's low, someone like Bournemouth, who's not got the revenue of the stadium or the hospitality or anything, they're always going to struggle. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. They keep tinkering with football. They should have left football alone. Because, somebody like what happened to City will never happen again. You know what I mean? Somebody came in, they grabbed a team that was mid-table, they pumped a load of money in, they got them up, they built a training ground, they kept them going, and then we're on a mad run now, and we're up there with the elite in world football. Nobody's going to do that anymore because they're going to have their hands shackled. So if I'm a billionaire and I look at, say I look at Forest and I think, you know what, I'm going to buy Forest and I want to take them to the Premier League, I want to put 500 million in, 600 million in, 700 million. I can't. Even though it's my own money, even though it's my business, even though I want to do that for the good of the club, I am not allowed to do it. Yeah. And so the people ain't going to do it. And it's just one of them things. But like you say, I'm not a financial guy. None of us are. The Premier League, if anyone's worrying about the Premier League, they can't even draw a fucking line straight on a VAR thing. So I wouldn't be worrying about the Premier League. They can't get the referees sorted. So trying to take Sheikh Mansour to court and slandering him. Don't forget, though, don't forget, Manchester City's name has been slandered through the mud for the last 12 months
that's true.
By everybody. Our brand has been damaged. So if Manchester City beat these charges, I hope to God Sheikh Mansour sues that Premier League for fucking 500 million quid for damages to Manchester City's brand, because if we're not guilty, they can charge us for the grass length. They can charge us for the medical. They can charge us for not giving our accounts out on time and all that. You know what I mean? I didn't send my accounts in, my company accounts in on time, and I got fined 65 quid. So it happens. I don't give a shit. But listen, I think the Premier League are going to try and make something stick. But I think they've got to be careful because if Manchester City have got dirt on other people, it could open a big can of worms, man.
But you know what's mad? Yeah, big up to Amar says Everton and Forest knew what they were doing. But also, clubs have got to look after themselves as well. They need to do better as well, man. Like a lot of these clubs, like Everton, were spending ridiculous money on players like Iwobi. They spent a lot of money on certain aspects. So they also need to be careful about how much money they spend and how they overspend as well. So as much as I say FFP and whatnot, clubs like Nottingham Forest, they spent how many players on new signings? They spent
needed
about
to,
20
though,
new
because
players.
they got promoted to the Premier League. They had 6 or 7
Yeah.
players. That was it. They had to go and get like 30 players. But the shackles are on, like I'm saying. They're under restraints all the time. And it's a turnover-based thing. So basically, Manchester United can turn over 700 million, but they can be 500 million in debt and still spend.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest can turn over 200 million and not be in debt, but are not allowed to spend because they only ain't got the turnover. It's flawed. It's not a good way of doing business. It's just the Premier League. It was here to protect. They didn't want Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Man City and all that coming in with the dough and overtaking Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid. They didn't want to do it. But instead, they've killed Barcelona. They've killed Real Madrid. They've killed Man United by bringing this rule in now because it's not sustainable.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Listen, we're going to move on from the FFP talk. Make sure you guys like the video. Over 800 in here, and it's not even 200 likes. Let's get that up to at least 400 likes.
The thing is, Everton are guilty, right? They've admitted what they've done. Everyone feels sorry for them. But hold on a minute. If City are found guilty, no one's feeling sorry for us. We're going to be called cheats. Stripped. But Everton, because they're down there, no one gives a shit. I feel sorry for Everton. Do you? It's like, well, no, because they knew what they were doing. They've been told not to do it. They've been charged twice now. Chelsea got fined 10 million the other week. Nobody mentioned that. Chelsea spent £1 billion in a year. Nobody's mentioned that either.
Yeah,
because they're not winning. No one cares. If Chelsea were the champions, everyone would be ripping them apart.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because obviously Man City have been winning everything, and now it's how did you get to that point? And then you've put that with the 115 charges and whatnot. And then everyone adds it up and be like, yo, man, like, that man did it the wrong way, man. You man did it the way, cheating, allegedly. So let's see, man. But one thing you do have that's quality is Kevin De Bruyne. We need to speak on Kevin De Bruyne, man, because there's been a big of debate about where does Kevin De Bruyne rank in the all-timers and whatnot. But you know what, man? I just don't like the player, man. I don't like the player because he's just that good. And it's just one of them where I'm like, Kevin De Bruyne, for me, he's definitely in the all-time list of Premier League players, but what a player. Would you put him in the rank of the best City player of all time? Or would you say you've seen better than him or whatnot? Like, he's definitely up there though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there, obviously. The thing is, right, I can't judge Kevin De Bruyne until he's finished. And I don't think anyone should. He's still playing. Let him do what he's doing. We know how good he is. The numbers don't lie. You saw the other night, the Newcastle game was a madness until he came on. Yeah. And he just went, I'm playing now. This is my game. We're playing at my pace, my tempo. Watch what I do. And he just was gliding around the pitch and he made it happen. And at the end of the day, we've not had a good season this season, but we're 2 points off the top and we've just got Kevin De Bruyne back fit and we've not yet got our striker fit, who, by the way, is still the leading scorer in the Premier League and he's missed about 8 games. So we're in a great position to see a fully refreshed Kevin De Bruyne who's had a rest and healed up nice is a joy. And he's a different level. You watch that goal the other night. Only Kevin De Bruyne gets that. He passes it into the corner and the assist at the end for Oscar Bob. Oscar's made the run. Kevin's going to find it. And the finish from Bob as well. Man. Class, man. The little finish though as well, mate.
Yeah, that you know what, to do that in that sort of pressure, in that sort of moment. Because I was thinking to myself, he's definitely bringing on Oscar Bob instead of Grealish, because I feel like with Grealish, he's not going to have that time and space where with Oscar Bob, he's a bit more nippy, low sense of gravity, can do that sort of stuff, I think, for me, on the ball. And that's why you kind of brought him into the game. But you know what, man? I just think for me, Kevin De Bruyne, you can definitely put him in the category of the Gerrards and the Lampards and so forth and whatnot. It's just, again, when you look at his career, he's actually won a lot as well. Champions League, Premier League, multiple Premier Leagues. The assists are there to be seen. The goal involvement's like he's an effective player, man. And you know what? It's been the pinnacle of what Man City have done in the last couple of years. He's been like almost like
And
that
when we
guy.
signed him,
People say,
yeah, when we
yeah,
signed him, the headline was the 60
I
million
remember.
reject. And Phil
I
Thompson,
remember.
go on YouTube, Phil Thompson said this is ridiculous what they're paying for this boy. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
60 million.
I remember.
Kevin De Bruyne, seen what he's won, seen what he's done. Tell you what, it was the best 60 million anyone's ever spent, ever. Let me tell you that, ever.
Bro, it's crazy, you know, when you actually bought him because you know what it was though? Yeah, man, big up to you, man. Big up to Rory says I'm getting drawn more towards Islam. Make dua for me. Yeah, definitely. I will definitely make dua for you, man. Big up to you, Rory, man. That's something very, very good to open up about, man. So big up to Rory, man. Yeah, even Paul Merson as well. He said it as well. Paul Merson said it as well. You know what I mean? So I look at it and I'm thinking he had a good stint at Wolfsburg, but then he struggled at Chelsea. But then when he came in, I was like, okay, 50 odd million. I was like, cool, Pellegrini, let's see what he can do. And then, bro, from strength to strength, he came in at the right age as well. 25, I think he was when he came in. But we're looking at a guy who's performing for the last couple of seasons, a big game player, Steve. We're not talking about any other player that makes the team better and da-da-da-da. Like, Bernardo Silva makes the team better, but this guy is the difference. He is the difference maker. He wins you titles. He wins you Champions League. He wins you these key moment games. And I feel like that is invaluable, man. You can't put a price on it. You can't put, you know what I mean? This is just, that guy is just unbelievable. And you know what? Yaya Toure was good, but this guy has longevity as well, though, man. Yaya Toure, he probably peaked at a certain age. This guy keeps going on and going on, like, and it's just, how long does he continue? Like, does he stay for a while? Does he not stay for a while? I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, he's happy and he looks refreshed. He'll just stay as long as he needs to stay. City are very good at releasing players at the right time. Do you know what I mean? People said we're going to miss Gundogan, we're going to miss Mahrez, Laporte, and all that. Last year, Sterling, Zinchenko, Jesus. You know, people were saying all this, but we don't seem to miss them. Last year we won a treble. This year we're in a good position. You know what I mean? We're in through in the Champions League and we're second in the league. So Kevin's just a different level, and I've watched Kevin every week, and some of the things I've seen him do, you probably never see because he don't make match of the day. But like I say, he's frightening. And when he come on the other night, Newcastle just realised, fuck, what we're going to do here, man. And he's a great weapon to have now. You know what I mean? He's great.
Yeah. I big up Zayn Miyasi, man. I don't know if you know about Zayn Miyasi. He says Arsenal could get Benzema. We could get him finishing higher than City. Plus, we get Tony in the summer. Hey, listen, man. Listen, Zayn Miyasi, first of all,
lay off the drugs.
Yeah. Also, you need to find out what your manager's doing in the meat shop with at Nusret. You know what I mean? You need to find out what's going on over there. But also, you know, you ain't got that pedigree, man. Arsenal ain't got that pedigree to be pulling Benzema, mate. So listen, relax, take your time. Ivan Toney, I don't know. Ivan Toney, 1 minute he's staying, 1 minute he's going. I don't know what's going on with him, man. But it is what it is. But yeah, just relax, Sammy. I see you ain't going anywhere, mate. You ain't going anywhere. Are you surprised, bro, that Arsenal haven't bought anyone in January? You're surprised?
What have they spent in the summer? They told everybody they needed Declan Rice. They got Declan Rice. They were all dancing outside the stadium. Rice, baby. And all this shit, yeah? So we thought, all right, this is the missing piece of the jigsaw. Well, it's not gone well. Your star boy is not a star boy anymore. Martinelli's not the same guy anymore. Jesus can't hit a barn door. Odegaard's not the same. And all of a sudden now, we need another striker. We need another 100 million. See, it doesn't work like that, boys. You know what I mean? You told us Rice was the missing piece of the jigsaw. You told us Man City were gutted we didn't get Declan Rice. And look where it's at now. Look where you are now. You can't even get anyone from AFT on the phone anymore. Try and ring Don Robbie or Cecil or any of them boys. It fucking goes to answer phone now. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're not as confident now, are they? Not as cocky now. You know what I mean? They need another 100 million to get them over the line. Is that what we're saying?
Bro, man, it's crazy, man. They've just fallen off, man. Like, literally fallen off a cliff. 1 win in 7, man. Like, and Steve hasn't even called the Sharks out. And I know we did this video last week about...
Sharks off the coast. The Sharks off the coast of New Zealand till the end of Feb. Then when it comes round to this coast, they'll know when the Sharks come in. That's when City start to turn the screw. They know that.
Yo, Rice as good as Rodri now. Listen, relax yourself, man. Whoa. Relax yourself, man. Relax yourself. It's crazy, man. But that's what I'm saying. In terms of, you know what I mean, Arsenal fans, just getting too excited, man. Like, relax. Saka was better than this player. That player is better than that player. Everybody relax, man. You haven't won anything yet. Chill out, step by step. But like I said to you, the Sharks haven't even come out yet, and Arsenal have already crumbled already. And if they don't win this weekend against Crystal Palace, which might not be a given, you know, if they don't win this weekend,
I don't think
game
they've
over,
crumbled
mate.
yet. I don't think they crumbled yet. I just feel like that mentality is not there. I still think they'll be close to there or thereabouts, but I just think that when it comes to the crunch, when the pressure starts to tell, and when it's really, really, really important, they just can't do it. I think they always throw a
Yeah.
bad performance in there. You know what I mean?
Saka overrated. Listen, you know what it's with Saka, yeah? I'll be honest with you, man. I think that this is the problem with Arsenal fans. They put him to that level of world class, and he ain't world class. He ain't. I'm sorry, man. He's a good player. I think he's a very, very good player, but don't relax with the world class. The problem is world class gets thrown about everywhere now. You have one season and 1 season and a half, you get labeled world class. Like, relax. This guy needs to do it at the big stages as well. And for Arsenal, when it's mattered the most, he has crumbled as well. His form went off the season when they were in top four. He crumbled now last season. Like,
They're all
everybody
saying,
relax.
they're all saying, oh yeah, but he's played a lot of football. He needs a break. Fuck off. Played a lot of football. He needs a break. Man City's played a lot of football. Some of them boys were dead on the feet, but they're out there winning
Yeah,
trebles, mate. You're a young kid. You should play every week. You're in an Arsenal team that's going for titles. You don't want to be getting dropped and rested. Do you know what I mean? But they make any excuse, man. They start the season, what they're going to do and all that. It's always the same. They get to the end of the
yeah.
season, they'll win out, and then that'll be it then. Arteta out again. Get him out. We don't want him. And then the process will start again. And that'll be it. Another cycle of 10 years of shit.
Yeah, 100%. Looking at the Premier League table, though, just quickly look at it right now. 18 games left of the season. Liverpool are top. Are you happy with that? Are you comfortable with that? Like the way it's kind of like now come out in this kind of way. You still got a game in hand over Liverpool. Liverpool play on the weekend as well. How
We've
you
lost
feeling,
three.
bro? Like,
We've lost 3 games. And we're second. We're doing all right. At the end of the day, we're leaking a few goals. We're not as solid at the back as we was, but we're scoring goals. We've got De Bruyne just come back, and we got Haaland to come. So at the end of the day, I'm happy where we are there now. I'm happy where we are. Keep on the coattails within 6 points of the top, and get to that end of Feb, and then bang. At the end of the day, that we're happy. Manchester City are happy there. Every one of them teams knows that Man City there is a perfect position. They're looking at City thinking, shit, we had an opportunity to pull away from these guys. They went off to the World Club Cup. We could have been 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points clear. They've come back and bang, they're right on our ass. They're all worried. I ain't worried about nothing. They're worried.
yeah. Did you not have a game in hand on them? Did you not play
No.
Brentford? I'm sure you missed a game against Brentford. Did you play Brentford?
Yeah, we did, but we're both on the same points, but we're 2 points off them.
Okay. My bad then. I didn't know that. I generally thought you missed a game before the Brentford game. Steve, would you take back Sane? I would have him at Arsenal. He would be the best winger in the league.
Yeah,
Sane,
Leroy's
would you
good.
bring him back?
I don't think we need him, but yeah, I'd have him back. He's a great player at City, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I can't see Arsenal buying him. They want big money for him.
Yeah, 100%. I think Sane's a good player. I think he obviously with Pep, yeah, it's almost like one of them where when you feel like you're not wanted or when you feel like you need to move on, you kind of know where it's gonna get to. And I feel like Leroy Sane's thought, you know what, Bayern Munich, I'll go over there, win Bundesliga, chill out, relax, and you know what I mean, an early trade there. But he's what 27, 28 now. You know, to
I
bring
think
him back, I'm not sure if it would work.
his wife's back in England. I think he's got a problem. She don't live with him or something with a kid. She doesn't
Oh, is
like
he?
Germany or something. I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah, I think there's a problem, but I think Leroy could get the move. Maybe Liverpool or somebody might go for him, but I think Leroy Sané next couple of years will end up back in England. I think.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Big up to everybody here. Make sure you like the video, people. Yeah, Jordan Henderson as well. What do you make of that, by the way? Jordan Henderson stuff coming back.
Well, it's fucking bent, in it. At the end of the
Man.
day, Liverpool got big money for Henderson and Fabinho from Saudi. They was never getting that money from anywhere else. They got a big money, got a bit of a leg up, and now he's had 6 months there, and he's coming back to Ajax. And it's like, whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of them players trying to get out of there. I don't know if it's a quick money thing or what, but Don't know what's
Yeah,
going on.
but it's also the lifestyle as well. Obviously, I don't know if his missus like Saudi Arabia. I don't know. You get me? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but you get me? I don't know if it's competitiveness as well. I think with Benzema, I think it's more competitiveness. He don't feel like it's competitive league, so he feels like, you know what, therefore, I miss that feeling. With Jordan Henderson, you know what I mean? He realized money isn't everything. You get me?
I
Like,
watched the,
if
I
you had
watched the
morals
game
and
in Saudi, and Henderson's team got beat. He got beat 3-0 or something. There's about
wow.
6 people watching it, a couple of dogs and a fucking cat and a chicken. And he was ballooning at the ref because someone gave a penalty, and that was it. So I looked at it, I thought, this is piss poor, man. Piss poor.
Yeah. I think you know what it is though. You got the top two teams in the league, Al Hilal and Al Nassr, and the rest of them are just, you know what I mean, float. But then again, he's got a new contract. Steven Gerrard, Al Ittifaq are giving him a new contract. So I don't know. Maybe they like the fact that he's, you know what I mean, it's Steven Gerrard. His name is probably keeping him there. I don't know. I don't know. But guys, make sure you're liking the video. We're gonna move on to United. The question I wanted to put to everyone is: will Man United be great again? Will Man United compete for major trophies again? Well, in a future, in a distant future. And I've been asking this question because I feel like for me, it's like one of them where, yeah, Ineos are here. Yeah, we're getting a new football structure, but how far have we left it to the point where Aston Villa now are a good team? You're looking at Tottenham are now starting to build something up now. You're looking at, let's say, I know Arsenal are thereabouts, but they'll be competing now. You got City, Liverpool, they're guaranteed. Newcastle, I get it. I understand they're obviously not in a great shape or whatnot, but they still have owners who are there and thereabout. Will Man United be great again? And that's, for me, a very, very uncomfortable conversation that I feel like we need to have, you know, as a fan. Have I seen the best days of Man United? Or is there hope that one day Man United could be successful again? Will we just Fergie? Will we just Fergie? I know we had the Busby Babes and we were successful in them times and what in the 50s, but will Man United be great again? Chelsea will there, yeah, Chelsea will thereabouts and there with their spending. But what are you saying, Steve? I know it sounds, I know you want us in the mud, but try to think of this objectively. Will Man United be ever great again? Because
I think,
I'm not sure, bro. You know, I'll be honest with you.
I think,
I've got my
I
doubts, man.
think
Got my big doubts.
football comes around in cycles. We've seen it; it does happen. But this modern day football is a little bit different because the little teams are getting better. The Premier League's getting stronger below. And it's not about just having that 11 players anymore. It's about infrastructure and
Yeah,
the way it's run and the training facilities. We
fact.
know United's training facilities are bad. We know what this guy's been brought in to change it up. I think United have just got to tread water for the next couple of years. They've got to get up to speed with the training ground. But the whole signings has got to be changed as well. You can't be signing. You
Yeah,
look at the signings over the last few years, like Igalo, Veghorst, Amrabat,
yeah, yeah,
fucking Johnny Evans. They're not Manchester
yeah,
United
yeah.
players. They're not. And people need to realise that. And that's why this Radcliffe guy's got to come in and say a Benzema does become available. He's not a Man United player anymore. 10 years ago, yeah, not no more.
Mhm.
Relax. Don't think I got to throw the fans a bone here. We'll get Benzema in, sell a few shirts. You're going down the wrong path. You might as well go and get a young kid from South America for 20 mil who's not ready for 18 months. And then in 18 months, he bursts on the scene. Then he's the next thing since sliced bread. You're better doing that. City sign at El Chavera, the young Argentinian midfielder. You know, he's supposed to be class. But at least we're going for this young
But we
future. We
bought
got
young talent and
Alvarez.
they're all leaving. But we
I know.
bought young talent in and now they're all leaving because they're not getting game time. So we can say that, but Fernandez is left. The left back's good left back. There's been a couple of players that have come in. They're leaving the football club. So I get it. Yeah, go buy this player and that player. But why not win for now then? Why not thinking that mentality of we're not going to be that great club again? A win for now. I know it's not
No,
worked in the
because
past,
you've tried
but
that. You've tried that. You've bought
yeah,
Ibrahimovic and you won a couple of trophies. You've gone for Cavani. You've gone for this quick fix and let's get a couple of trophies to please the
yeah,
fans. If you're a Man United fan, right, what would you rather do in the next 10 years? Would you rather bum along, win a couple of Carabao Cups and an FA Cup and sign a couple of faded
yeah.
superstars? Or would you take 5 years with no trophies and then all of a sudden burst on the scene and have 10 years with a really young class team? I'd
Guaranteed
take
of
5
trophies
years
on.
nothing for 10 years of mint.
That's difficult, man. It's you know what? It's I get it, but then there's still no guarantee of winning anything. That's the thing, though. Like, is
It's
there a
not, but if
guarantee
you
of winning anything?
I'd rather sit in the Stretford End yeah, watching a team of young lads who they've brought through, trying to get there, putting in performances for the shirt week in, week out, rather than have somebody who's on 400 grand a week, who's 38-year-old, and he's just walking around for his last paycheck. That's what's wrong with Man United. If you want a paycheck, go there, because they're giving contracts out to anyone. I watched that Jesse Lingard interview on that podcast a little bit. Of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully this guy.
Years of nothing, and he's a season veteran. That big up Traps in the building, man.
Yeah, mate. But I told you, look what's happening now, mate. I'm out in Dubai and Saudi and that, and Traps is selling fucking diet pills on fucking Instagram, so he's fucked. You know what I mean? So this is the levels of this shit now. You know what I mean? One day when he was in school, he was walking around with a bag full of toffees, selling Mars bars for £2 a pop, and ain't earning a few quid. Now his football team shit, and he's selling diet injections. He better not get caught, as if he's getting padded up in strange ways, man. I'm saying.
Big on Traps, man. But you know what's mad, yeah? And by the way, can I just point something out, by the way? Roy Keane has come out, apparently, and said that he said a few big words about Bruno Fernandez, yeah? And I called out Bruno Fernandez on social media this week, yeah? And I said, yeah, that United have to move on Bruno Fernandez and Marcus Rashford, because I feel like they are a detriment to the way Man United play. They can only play a way of system and a way of playing. And now Roy Keane has come out and said, yo, like, this guy ain't that great, and this guy is basically not enabling Man United to play a certain way. And you have to make certain instructions for that team. And it's not good, no good use. So when I say it, I'm wrong. But when a legend calls it out, then all of a sudden everyone's taking notice. These guys are epitome of where we've been in the last couple of years, because every manager's tried them and they failed. So these guys need to go, man. We need to start fresh. If I'm going to start a rebuild, Steve, yeah, I want to start fresh. That means everybody that's failed needs to go. I don't need to keep Højlund, Garnacho, Mace, Mainu, probably Martinez, and the rest of them, mate, can all go away if they want to go. Because I'm sick and tired of these players that have come here, but yeah, he runs around a lot. They got no quality. You need to have quality as well, Steve. Quality is needed for a rebuild. So I don't know, man. I'm just one of them where you get me. Like, yeah, man, he's watching the show, man. I'm telling you, he's definitely watching something. He's definitely watching something. He's on the Overlap podcast, yeah. He's on the Overlap podcast talking about Bruno, saying nah, man, I'm not really feeling him and whatnot. So yeah, man, I just don't get it, me. I don't get it. Well, who would you keep in this United squad, Steve? Chat to me. Who would you keep in that says quality?
I'd probably keep the goalkeeper, because I think if he gets a couple of decent centre-backs in front of him and a back four that want the ball, you might have something with him. So I'd keep an eye on. Evans and Varane have got to go. Dalot's not good enough. I'd keep Pat Butcher because he's half decent. Bruno Fernandez, I don't know if you've got a decent midfield in there. Would he? He'd probably be all right. Højlund I'd keep. Rashford, his time has come and gone. Martial, fucking hell, he's stealing a living.
Yo, did you hear about Martial, by the way? There's some... apparently his agents come out, and said something. Apparently his agents come out and said that it's all false and that. It's all mad. Let me just watch this video here. Let me see. Apparently it's come out of Sky Sports. His agent is saying that Ten Hag's lying. Let me watch this. Let's watch this.
He is not. Right, breaking news now. Anthony Martial's agent has denied reports that the Manchester United striker has been told to train alone because he is not fit. Philippe Lamboli, the striker's representative, has exclusively told Sky Sports News that Martial has a hip issue that requires surgery. He said what is said about him is completely false. He was not excluded from the group and he has no problem with the coach, Erik ten Hag. Anthony has been in Manchester for 9 seasons, and if he was not a great professional, then he would not have been at the club for so long. He is simply going to undergo a small operation on his adductors, which he should have done for a while, and which did not allow him to be 100%, so he will do it now. Lamboli also confirmed Sky Sports News exclusive story from earlier this month that Martial does not want to leave Old Trafford to be taken up by the club. We have contacted Manchester United for comment.
Wow. 9 seasons that clown's been there. Yeah. 9 seasons, mate. And what has he done?
Netflix FC. No,
He
but
has
did
done
you hear about
nothing.
what the manager said though? Did you hear what the manager has done to him? He's put him his training alone, yeah. Which again, like I said to you, forget the player for 1 second of what he's done at the football club. But do you understand where the manager's got a bit of an issue here of like having problems with players and telling them to train alone and basically like, you know what, like telling them off basically. I think that's a bit wrong for me personally. Tell them to train alone when they're not injured and making lies up. Happy with Sancho, happy with Varane, happy with certain other players. You can't be falling out with every player, man. Happy with Ronaldo as well. And listen, the Ronaldo situation was messed up, yeah. But I feel like for me, like, what this manager has he got really good management skills, man? You can't be saying he's ill 1 minute and then he says injured 1 minute. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Take the player out for 1 second. Has this manager got good management skills? Be honest, though, Steve. Yeah, has he?
It doesn't look. No, it doesn't look that way. But when you've heard about Ronaldo what he was saying about the club, you've heard what Lingard said about the club, people doing what they want. Maybe it's a mentality issue at the club where people do think they can do what they want, and maybe Ten Hag's when he's saying train alone, maybe he's just had enough of the bullshit. So it's very hard. You don't want a club that's split down the middle. You don't want fans some siding with the players, some siding with the manager. You want to back your manager, you know what I mean? If you can. If he's the man to lead Man United back to the glory days, you back your manager. You know, we had Pep Guardiola come in Man City, get rid of Joe Hart. Joe Hart was a legend, 4 golden gloves. We used to sing Don't Sell Joe Hart. And then all of a sudden we were like, hold on a minute, we have to make a decision here. It's Pep Guardiola, innit? You know what I mean? So we went with it. And thank God we went with it because he was right. You know what I mean? Joe wasn't quite up to what we needed him to do. But I don't know. I think the problems at United. I don't know whether the Ten Hag's going to get another season. I don't know. I can't see it.
Nah, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Ineos are in here. They're trying to sort it out and whatnot. Like, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want a full rebuild. If that means everyone, that means everyone. Don't nick and pick certain players. If you want a full rebuild, this has to happen at the highest level, man. So, I don't know, man. But that's what I'm saying to you. Like, we need a rebuild. We need football structure. That's not going to come easy as well. We need things to go our way. We need to get the right transfers in. That's why it is looking bleak, man. To be a United fan now, like the future generation, you already see Manchester right now in a minute. It's not red anymore. It's blue. Like a lot of blues are now becoming more and more open, and they're seeing trophies. Like, and that's what trophy. If you're a kid now, you see your friend winning trophy after trophy. You're gonna go support City. That's the way it is. Unless your dad takes it to Old Trafford and says, "Sit here, son," and you watch him Man United, and you depress him. You're not gonna do it, man. As bad as it sounds, you're not gonna do it. So it is sad, but that's the way football is at the minute. There is cycles, but cycles are okay when you then win a trophy here and there. We've won our first trophy in 6 years. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous, man.
What about the
You know what I mean?
what about the FA Cup next week? Man City, Tottenham, Friday night, London. 9,000 tickets sold in 24 hours. Man City are taking a firm up there. We got no seat. We got no fans. We got no, supporters. Friday night, 8 o'clock, 9K at Tottenham. If you've ever been to Tottenham, you know it's a ball ache to get to Tottenham, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Looking forward to it, man. And this is, by the way, this is a ground where we've never scored a goal. We've never won. So we're going up there because it's typical Man City, man. We're going up there just for the crack. We're having it.
Yeah, we're having it, man. You know what? Let's see the Premier League games this weekend. I think there's only a couple, to be fair. Let's preview them. Arsenal, Crystal Palace. What are we saying results-wise?
Yeah, Arsenal beat them.
Liverpool, Bournemouth.
Yeah, Liverpool win.
Liverpool win. Bournemouth got a good. Listen, they've got a little bit of a good run, coming. Listen.
No, Liverpool beat them at home.
You think so? Are you worried about Liverpool, by the way, just in general? Like, you think they're pretenders? You think they're there about? You've always given them respect, to be fair. You've always kind of said, you know what?
I don't worry about anyone. I don't worry about anyone. I only worry about ourselves. And but I think they're the closest to what I think they can go on. They're capable of going on a little run near the end there and nicking it. Yeah, I just don't think Arsenal have got that in them. You know what I mean? And that's not me trolling. That's just me from experience. When I watch a lot of football, I realise that Liverpool, if they can get through this little patch now with no Mo Salah and not drop too many points and then be thereabouts, it could be a shootout between City and Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, no Trent and no Salah as well. That's a big blow, man. Whether you like it or not, Trent and Salah not being there as well. It's at Bournemouth ground as well, by the way. It's not at the Liverpool Stadium. You know what I mean, and whatnot. So
that might be a bit different. But I still think they'll do it.
Mm. Yeah, 100%, 100%. By the way, yeah, there's some news coming out here of VAR being played out in announcements around stadiums starting in Italy, or sorry, Portugal. I'm gonna bring it here right now. Says VAR announcements inside stadiums have been approved by FIFA. Portugal will be the first team to test it. Would you think it's a good idea? Like, because I look at the VAR controversy right now and I look at it, but having it at grounds, do you think that helps fans? Like,
Yeah, because
like almost like
it's frustrating, man. When you're in the ground, you don't know what's going on, and
yeah,
you're the one who's paid. You're the one who's paid to go and watch the game. So you should be the first to know in the stadium what the fuck's going on. But you find yourself on TV when you watch it at home. At least you know what's going on. But we've at the ground, you ain't got a clue. You're looking at your phone, you're trying to get signal. Someone's
yeah.
mate's messaged him, or it's handball or whatever. And it's not football for me, that. But I don't know. They make these rules up and they try and do it. I just think in other countries, VAR seems to run a lot smoother than it does in England.
No, 100%. Because you know what it is? It's about communication, though, Steve. There's no communication here, man. And like I said, they got the wrong decision. Howard Webb said it should have been a penalty for Arsenal Liverpool game. I think Odegaard had a penalty. I personally at the time didn't think it was a penalty, but that was also a penalty there. And then they come out and said, "Yeah, we got it wrong." But I've noticed, have you noticed in these video tapes, these audio recordings, the guy who says it first, ends up initiating the mood of what's going to happen because then he leads it on and says, "Yo, I think this is, I'm going to call this in. Do you agree with me?" Like, I'm like, he almost like initiates everything. I'm like, because the other guy, if he disagrees, it looks a bit kind of messed up because then they don't have a majority decision. So I look at it all the time and I'm like, someone's always saying the answer of what it should be, but then the other guy just kind of agrees with him. That's what I don't get it about. I don't get these audio kind of clips that put out there.
That's
Man,
why there's something
they
a
all
little
have
bit refreshing about the FA Cup when there's no VAR. You just go with it, innit? You know what I mean? A few mad challenges rattling in, and the way it goes. You know what I mean? But I thought it's like City scored the other night, Oscar Bob. Yeah, we're all jumping round, and then that little niggle comes in your head. Is it offside? Is it VAR? It takes away the moment, man.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. It takes away the moment. It takes away the feeling as well. Imagine knowing you scored. Like I'm always with Leslie, and I just tell her like, "Yo, relax, relax. Like we don't know yet. I think it's offside." And she'll be like, "No, man, it's a goal. It's a goal." I'm like, "No, it's offside." You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, you got here VAR, and then we don't have a flipping screen, so we didn't even have a screen to show us if it's decision or whatnot. And then you got the tannoy, who the lady when she talks, she then is behind the VAR. It's honestly, man, it's all a mess, man. Like, it's so refreshing to football to watch it in FA Cup. Be like,
You haven't even got a screen, man. You've got pigeons. It's like Game of Thrones. The guy at the side of the pitch gets a pigeon, writes a note, puts it on his foot, and he sends the pigeon up to the stand. And then the announcer gets the pigeon, texts a thing, reads it out. No VAR, no goal, and he announces it. That's how fucking prehistoric your ground is. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, man. Pigeon VAR.
It's crazy, man. Someone saying happy birthday to Pep Guardiola. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, man.
53, yeah?
53.
Pep Guardiola, man. Only 53. Aye. Bro, he's got another 10 years in him, man.
Mate, he's got another 20 years in him, man. He's got another 20 years in him.
20 years. Nah. Relax.
Look, if you like Roy Hodgson there on the touchline, old as fuck, just giving everyone grief.
Mate, Pep Guardiola, only 53, yeah? Bro, he's chilling, man. He's relaxing, man. Like, you know what? Yeah, be honest. Yeah, he's got a contract until 2025, right? Do you reckon he ends up staying, or do you reckon that pressure of the way he kind of is in terms of like the work and that? Like, do you think he enjoys it to the point where he's like willing to stay another 4 or 5 years? Like,
people were saying
it's a lot, you know.
He was going after 2 years. He's going after wait till Pep leaves. City have made it that good for him. He loves the club. He said it. You know, they give him everything he needs. They work with him. His missus don't live with him. You know that, don't you? He lives in Manchester on his own. He has done for the last 3 years.
I know.
So listen. So he's in Manchester on his own, and you know he's pissing down all the time. It's freezing. So they must have it good. You know what I mean? For him to stay, I think he might do a 10-year stretch at City, and then I've got a feeling. Right, this is only my own opinion. I've got a feeling he will go to Girona.
Girona?
Yeah, because his brother owns City, and his brother own Girona. And I've got a feeling he goes to Girona, goes back out to Spain, lives with his family. Get him and his brother, get stuck into that Girona and try and have a do at the top ones. That's what I can see happening, mate. I'm telling you.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good shout, you know. Because obviously,
And then, you know
Girona,
what
by
they
the way,
say?
play good football.
You know what they say? Pep Guardiola, he can't do it with a small team. He'll go and win La Liga with Girona. They want to all shut up then.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? Because in the day, you got to remember as well, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's got that affection over there. Like I said, his brother and whatnot. But also, I don't think he wants to go back to Barcelona in the state they're in right now. Like,
He's finished.
Barcelona is
Barcelona's
shambles.
finished now. He ain't saving them. He
Nah,
don't want to know that. He don't want to know that.
nah, he ain't saving them, man. He ain't saving them, man. But Girona are doing bits, man. Listen, they've got that Savio kid. They've got that other kid there. They beat, I think, Rayo Vallecano last night as well, convincingly as well. Like them man are doing bits, man. You know what I mean? What's the other club saying though? Troy's and all them, are they doing all right? Are they
Well,
rubbish?
Troy's got relegated, and then they're on the way back. But Girona got relegated under City as well, and they came back. And this is what I'm saying. So sometimes it takes a while. You don't just come in and then all of a sudden it's great. There was a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
The Brazilian team that we own, that Bahia, they're in Manchester at the minute. They're training here. And then we're supposed to be buying Istanbul Başakşehir soon. So we'll have that team
but we're
doing all right, man. It's a lot of, we just signed a few players this week. We signed a Mexican fullback from LA Galaxy. He's only 16. He's gone to the City group. And then there's some Croatian, some striker from Belgrade, some Serbian kid. We've signed him as well and put him into the City group. I think he's going to New York. So they're knocking about a few of the young kids and that, just putting them into the group.
Wow. Listen, I've never heard of them, man. You know what I mean? I've literally never heard of these guys, man. Big up to Tennessee. Deresi says FFP is like mandating small businesses to never use dollars from donors to invest. Only spend what you generate. Yet they're competing against Amazon and Apple when those rules didn't apply to them when they started. That's a fair point there, Steve. Or do you agree with that? Or
no, he's right. He's right. But like they say, you a lot of people don't understand that you're banging against a brick wall with a lot of people. We just, like you say, if there's going to be something coming out next week, let's get it out, let's get it done, and see where.
You know, they haven't mentioned a date though. They've just said next week, but you know, nobody knew. It might not be next week. I think they had to get them questions out of their own back. They had to just kind of almost answer it because he was in a chair, he was in a committee, and they were talking about it. I feel like that's when it got answered the most. But I don't think it's a situation where it will happen next week. Like we're a long way away from this, man. Like this is not going to happen now. It won't happen next week. It's going to be a long because if Premier League mess up, they're going to get sued. Like you know how delicate the situation is. Premier League will get sued because then you've put something against a club to the detriment of them. And then now Man City will come back in full force and be like, yo, you man are getting it. And they can't afford that, man. They can't afford it. So
we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, definitely, man. But big up to everybody here, man. 900 of you in the building. Make sure you like the video. We've not even hit 500 likes yet. What's going on, guys, man? Not even 500 likes. Like, what are we doing? Manc Talk, big show.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Like the video,
it
please.
Literally takes a second, man. Hit the like, you know what I mean?
There you go.
We're
Absolutely.
bringing up the content, man. We're back.
Yeah, man. What are you doing this weekend? Are you doing anything this weekend or?
No, I'm not. You know, I'm just trying to sort a few things out work-wise. I've got a few things coming up. I think the overlap's coming up again soon, so I've got to get ready for that. Done a couple of City Extra streams, my own streams and that. And then next week, it's just be Tottenham on the Friday night and then back straight at it. So I'm going down to London next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Then other than that, yeah, man, just relaxing.
Yeah. There you go, people, man. Relaxing indeed. I'll be back later on, people, for the AFCON watch-alongs. I'm going to do a couple of AFCON watch-alongs, see what that's saying. And yeah, man, just hit the like button on the video. Check out the channel, check out the content. Big up to everybody who's locked in, showing support to the Manc Talk. Like I said, we're here weekly when we can and whatnot. So yeah, man, big up to everybody supporting. And we'll catch you up soon, people. Take care.